It's Carnival Saturday. We're here on the Avenue in Trinidad, Port of Spain, and we're standing right in front of Tre Canal's Juve Mass Camp. I'm going to take a few minutes, drag them away from their work. I mean, this is crunch time, this is preparation time, and they're sparing me 5 minutes just to catch up with them, find out a bit more about them, because you know what, we're in London, we're not too sure. All we know is they seem to be really super cool. Wendell from Tre Canal, and he has graciously agreed to give me a few minutes to explain to me a bit more about who Tre Canal are, because all I've heard since I've arrived on Monday is, Chantal, you need to go and meet Tre Canal.
Serious?
You need to listen to their music. You need to get to know these guys because they are exactly what you are and what you're trying to promote out in the UK. So that's all I have on you, Wendell.
Well, that's a good intro.
Yeah,
a lot to live up to.
Okay.
Tre Canal, we've been around making music for the last 16 years in the Carnival, yeah. And before that, we started off as a Juve band, and in a few hours you'll discover what the Juve is all about.
Really?
Right now we're done by our Juve camp, and there's a big buzz on, people coming to register to get their tea.
Okay, what type of music?
Well, the music is called rapso music.
Explain rapso to me.
Rapso music is defined as the power of the word and the rhythm of the word.
Okay.
So there's an equal emphasis on lyrics and rhythm.
Okay.
And it tends to be not as melodic as calypso or soca maybe, but we defy all of that. We just mix it all up and mash it all up.
So give me a little sample of what rapso is.
You want me to sing?
Yes, I do. Come on now, and I don't know. A CD. You promise?
Yeah, because you see Tre Canal is 1, 2, 3 a week.
Right.
The three voices have to come together.
So where are the other two?
All over, one making paint and one inside doing all kind of things.
Okay, oh, because you're really busy. Okay, so tell me about Tre Canal's journey and what your ethos is. What makes you so different to everyone else, all the other collectives that are out there and what they're doing?
I think, you know, coming from the rapso perspective, coming from Juve, which is the ritual beginning of the Carnival, which, when you look at the history of the Juve, that actually springs from the Cambole, and the Cambole was that moment at emancipation in 1881, where the African slaves took to the streets, and the Carnival was transformed. Prior to that, you know, Carnival was a grand fete, a big, you know, from house to house, and the French planters and whatnot. The Africans would participate, but certainly not freely. They couldn't invest their imagination in it fully. And on that moment of emancipation, they claimed the streets. They took to the streets with their drums and their torches and their bars. They sang their chants of liberation and freedom. It became ritualized right from the beginning. So we try to connect to that sense of the ritual beginning of the Carnival.
So how do you do that?
By singing songs of freedom, by chanting for liberation, by celebrating self, celebrating life. Rapso is also very concerned with knowledge of self and positioning oneself in the context of the big world picture, and taking a position and a stance. So a lot of our work speaks to that empowerment, speaks to knowing yourself, knowing history, knowing the rituals that inform us.
So it's not just Carnival focused. So you guys do stuff all throughout the year?
All throughout the year, but the Carnival is the root. The Carnival is the thing that affords us to make these statements, and then from those statements we can then go on and spread the word.
So you seem to have a huge following. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think we have a huge respect. And people kind of recognize us as sort of holding true to the tradition of paying respect to the tradition. In terms of our following, we do have a very strong and healthy following. We have several audiences. You know, we do a show every year at Queen's Hall. We do our annual Carnival production. So
what is that? Is it the rapso? Is it a play?
It's music, it's mass, it's theater, it's everything thrown into one, because prior to getting into music, I was an actor, Roger was involved in theater, Stanton was involved behind the scenes making theater. We were also very heavily involved with Peter Minshall. And so we were involved in Peter Minshall when he was really doing his thing. And we all learned and grew from that. And Juve was like our break, our release. And out of the Juve, we were able to establish ourselves as, you know, practitioners, and people respect us for that space. We were in that space at the time.
So explain what happens to me on Juve morning if I were to come and play mass with you guys.
You get dirty in the best way possible. We encourage you to get rid of all your nice clothes, unless you want to sacrifice those nice clothes to the Juve, because it's going to get covered with pigments of some form of fashion.
Pigments of some. All right. So
some use mud. As well, hardcore. Some use oil. That's even more hardcore. We work with a paint company that has developed a special hypoallergenic paint that doesn't cause you to scratch and itch at the end of it, and completely covers you and transforms you.
Okay.
And it harks back to that beginning ritual as in the Cambule. When the Africans took to the streets, they didn't have no mask, they didn't have no costume, but they covered themselves in ash and soot, and they created the first mask, which was the Jamolasi, the devil.
Okay,
and
so
our first song was the Blue, which is an homage to that blue devil.
I see. So this is really going back to what J'ouvert is all about, because so it's very rootsy, very connected. Okay, because
but we're living in 2012.
All right.
So we're contemporary beings.
So how do you make something that is traditional contemporary?
Well,
what do you do?
You look at what the vibe of the time is. The vibe right now is to occupy the world, occupy the streets, occupy the space.
Okay. All right.
Right now in London, we have people invoking the carnival as occupying. In Trinidad, we do that as a matter of course on a J'ouvert. We play in the streets. Traffic can't pass, the road makes a walk. We take over, we make our signs, we make our banners, we make our statements. So we just come to represent that, recognize that that's what we do on a J'ouvert morning.
What time?
4:30 in the morning to 5 o'clock. 4:30. There's a whole J'ouvert chant that says 5:55 in the morning.
What is with you Trinidadians and this 4:30 starts?
4 to 5 in the morning.
I was up at 4:30 this morning.
It's Carnival. You expect to sleep?
I was up at 4:30 and was on a power boat this morning.
Are you expecting to sleep this weekend?
I would like to. Is that not going to happen?
You sorely missed it.
No?
It's not allowed.
I'm not going to sleep.
You have a minimum of sleep
I'm
required.
feeling a bit shaky about not sleeping ethos for Carnival, you know. Alright, so how long does it go for? So it starts at 4:30?
It starts at 4:30. It goes until about 9, 10 in the morning. And then the pretty mass starts emerging. Because the J'ouvert is the dirty mass, the old mass.
Right.
And then it clears space for people to come out in the pretty mass. And then on Tuesday, the pretty mass comes out in full blossom.
Right.
And then the carnival, 10 days last lap, and you miss it, and you go home, and you cry, and it's over.
So what music will we be hearing on the road with you guys? J'ouvert? Yeah, tell me a bit about that.
Well, J'ouvert morning, and J'ouvert morning music is very specific to that time and space. It's not the sort of hype effect music that you hear in Sukamona or in Fets. It really is in the what they tend to call the groovy zone, which is like 120 BPM, which really is the heartbeat rhythm. J'ouvert, a brand new day, the cock down crow and we on the way. Tre Canal come down with a brand new song. It could take 10,000 to buy we want. See, I tell you I was going to sing.
I got you to sing. I want more. No. So I have to come and play master.
Gotta come J'ouvert morning and get it.
What do I have to do? What do I need to do to
come sign up, get on your time.
So if I were to play J'ouvert with you guys, would these guys be able to come and film me in my first J'ouvert in Trinidad with Tre Canal?
That's our next story. Because then I had to go and get permission for you to come on the truck.
Really?
I have numbers on the truck. How many of you? 1, 2, 3, 4?
No. It probably just be one more person. So 3 people. Yeah, and Michelle.
We'll talk about that after.
We're going to talk about it? Let's do it. I need to do J'ouvert.
I have another film crew coming on the truck, you see, so maybe we can do some swapping around.
Okay, that sounds good to me. So I'll get a t-shirt and then I have to...
Well, there's a range of stuff. Basically, ideally, I would say for J'ouvert, the ideal is that you be as naked as possible.
Are you sure about that? No one else has said that to me, Wendell.
There's a nice young lady inside there that is already epitomizing that. Have you seen her? Have you seen her trousers? you need to get a shot of that.
See the trousers.
You need to see her trousers.
I think
you need
the
to see
trousers.
What the model for J'ouvert is.
Is that how I'm supposed to dress with you? All right.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. And J'ouvert, the dirtier and the nastier you are, the better. The more in context you are.
Okay.
After J'ouvert, it might have a problem.
I'll try my best. I have another young lady who will probably do it a lot better than me.
You're volunteering her?
She's part of the crew. Okay. So if I can bring her along, then definitely.
No, well, you see, we really look for people like yourself.
Right.
Who might be a tad reticent and a little resistant.
A virgin.
Absolutely. I didn't want to say it, but a J'ouvert virgin. We take a delight in christening people.
Right. So it would be both of us that are virgins. From the UK, from London.
It's all good.
It's all good? Okay.
There are people lined up for that.